Well, 2 weeks ago today, matter of fact, the Omaha Zoo unveiled its newest residents, 5 female elephants.
There is one male who's yet to be seen. When we will have a chance to meet him, we're going to find out. And then how are the others adjusting to their new home?
We'd like to find out, so we dispatched Kayla Thomas. She's at Omaha's Henry Dorley Zoo and Aquarium this morning to get the answers. Kayla, are the elephants back there? Can you see them? What are they up to?
You bet. The elephants are right behind me. All 5 females are out on display. They've just been bringing them out over the last 30 minutes. So we've kind of seen them coming out, checking out the enclosure. You know, it's pouring rain outside, but that means it's kind of a slow day here at the zoo. So if you actually haven't been out here in the last 2 weeks, and I know a lot of people already have, it's a great day to come in and check them out. So we want to hear more about these elephants, what they're learning about them, how they're adjusting. Who else to talk to you but the zoo's executive director and CEO, Dennis Pate. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
What are we learning about these elephants and how are things going so far?
Well, you know, it's sort of like a teacher that has a new class full of kids. We're taking time to learn their names, their personalities, and how we can accommodate their personalities inside the zoo here. And so it's all about learning about them individually now.
You mentioned individually. You're still learning some things about the ages, the relationships, but describe this group in general, the 5 female elephants that we have out there, ballpark their ages and kind of their personalities, what you've learned.
So we've got one very mature adult female who's 20 plus, something like that, the most dominant one in the group. She has a daughter who's probably 4 or 5 years old who stays with her all the time, and if you're out here you can see her because she's got horizontal lines on her forehead.
And we're looking at her right now. Jessie's got her and her daughter is right behind her.
And so those two you'll often see together, but not always. And then we've got another one who's the second largest. She came out of the same group, and she's over in that corner over there. She's a little quieter, gets along with everybody, sort of a peacemaker role in all of this. And then 2 other girls who live together came out of the same group, and they're in that age range of probably 7 or 8, somewhere in there. They came out of the same group. They spent a lot of time together, but the second largest one will spend time with them too. And so they're all very, very different, and we have to learn that to make sure we can accommodate them here at the zoo.
There's one male, and I don't know that we can get a very good shot of him. He's way in the back of the exhibit. You can kind of catch glimpses of him, but he's not on display yet. His injury and kind of what you guys are doing and when people can expect to see him out here as well.
Well, he arrived here with a swollen ankle. And so the vets have looked at it. They feel confident that if he's just kept quiet, which is no fun for him, but if he's just kept quiet in perhaps a month or so, they'll look at it again, but he's progressing nicely. It's just keeping him quiet. It's like a sprained ankle kind of thing. It's swollen, but they're confident he'll be well. They just can't have him out with the other ones playing and being a rambunctious male, and it's just going to delay the healing process.
I got to see something neat here earlier. These elephants are coming out, and they're kind of coming to their corners and going to their food right away. You say at night, these are peaceful elephants. They all enjoy almost like cuddling and sleeping together, but going for food is a little different.
You know, when they came in, they were unsure about relationships, and there was a lot of pushing and shoving and that sort of thing. They've calmed down quite a bit and become more relaxed. And if you look behind us, you'll see all these mounds of sand. Those are pillows. And so the keepers mound those up, and the elephants use those to put their heads on every night. And for the first time, we saw the largest one and the second largest one sharing a pillow last night. But what you're seeing first thing in the morning is breakfast is served. They all have their own area that they go to so that they don't fight over food. And so they're quiet and they're just busy eating right now.
How much food are they going through?
Quite a bit. You know, on average about a bale a day of hay. And so it's quite a bit. But, you know, we don't want to serve it up all at once. In the wild, they spend all their waking hours pretty much either sleeping, taking cat naps, or moving to food or eating food. And so at the zoo, the challenge is how do we keep them busy? And so there are pulleys and systems up on the roof that drop down hay or browse, toys, that sort of thing that they have to reach for, and they're on timers. And so we can change that all throughout the day. And then these walls over here behind me, those have treats in them. And so those are on timers as well. And so we give them access to those at different times throughout the day and early evening.
What exactly is an elephant treat?
Well, there's little dry biscuits. It could be apples. Could be compressed little hay cubes. Just something a little different for them. It could be a root vegetable like a carrot or a sweet potato, something like that.
Some of the things we enjoy too. Of course, people out there have seen the elephants. They're excited about them. The next thing they're excited are to know their names. So where are we at in the naming process, and when can we expect to hear the names for these lovely ladies?
Well, I think you can expect to hear all the names by the end of the month. And so it's going to be a combination of names that we come up with and donors who really help build this entire project. And so a combination of those two things.
This zoo has not had elephants since 2011, so obviously this is huge. How did you prepare as far as bringing staff members in, and how have these first 2 weeks gone for them?
The supervisor for elephants has actually been on board knowing we were doing this for well over a year, probably a year and a half, and she has been busy putting together our procedures, our processes. She's been visiting other elephant programs in the U.S. There is sort of an elephant school that you can send folks to. She's gone to that. So she's spent the last year and a half learning all about elephant husbandry and elephant exhibits. And so she's a great trainer, she's a great supervisor, and so we just need to get her caught up on some of these other things.
Really interesting information about the elephants, and it was so exciting having them here, but something else exciting is coming. People may not realize we still have the grand opening of the African Grasslands exhibit yet to come. Can you describe that quickly, where it is and what people can expect to see there when that opens around Memorial Day?
We're really at the beginning of it here. Giraffe, elephants, zebras, impalas, rhinos, lions, sable antelope, bongo, spurred tortoises, cheetahs, all of that. There's a helicopter, there are safari vehicles, lots of things going on here. The best way to see it right now is to take Skyfari and skirt all the way over the top of it, and that'll get you up the hill to see the phase 2 part that also opens Memorial Day weekend.
Anything else exciting you want to preview?
Well, the Alaska Splash Ground, you know, that's coming along very nicely, and we hope to get that open in June, just as the weather's warming up. So that's coming along as well.
Exciting changes. Thank you so much for your
welcome,
time
Paula.
today, and congratulations on this huge endeavor. So guys, it's raining today, but a good opportunity to get out here if you haven't seen the elephants yet. They are inside, so it's easy to catch them all in one glimpse. I might be glimpsing at them for a little bit because it's pretty exciting to see elephants here at the zoo again. I'm going to hang out here for a little bit. I'll catch you guys back in the studio in a little bit.
Sounds good to
I
me.
love it. Thank you, Kayla.
I love how slowly they eat.